It's another video for you. I am at Burger King in Tulare. Um, gosh, this is by the fairgrounds. What streets are these? This is it's Bardsley. It's Bardsley, and it's catty-corner from the fairgrounds. Anyways, so when I first um, was homeless and living in my car over at this McLovin Flying J Loves truck stop where I'm gonna go with my U-Haul van later on. I'm just getting me some nuggets. So I was looking for like places to eat, and like I would come down here. I think sometimes I might have walked, and one of the ladies that worked here at Burger King, like, I would come here frequently, and there would have been this was like 2017, 2018, in that area, and like there might have been like a 3 or 4 month gap or something, and I didn't come here for a long time or something. And this lady who worked there said, like, she goes, he's that guy, he's been through a lot. She said something along those terms. And so I kind of just brushed it off and ignored it. And at that time, I had only gone through like a year and a half or so of actually being homeless, living in my car. And at that time, she was saying how like it's almost like she already knew my story, and I had already gone through a lot, and I did already go through a lot in that year and a half. Now looking at it 10 years later, it was more like a precursor of that. Oh my God, he's gone through a lot, and you don't even know that your whole entire future is going to be this whole additional 10-year onslaught of going through a lot. And so that's pretty. It sucks. It's pretty sucky. You should hear, like, I should probably record like my commentary on like these girls, like how this is like. I was just pulling in here. I was like, like our morale, like we may think that we have like tip-top shape of everything. We got Burger Kings and Jack in the Boxes and iPhones and cool cars and stuff, but our morale is actually a lot lower. And I've been kind of clowning on Sarah because I thought Sarah's going to be the one, or I thought Sarah was going to be the one who picks me up. And at first I thought of Sarah as like this camping girl, I don't think she's gone camping in a day in her life. And like, so I was like, hey, did you ever like drive down roads back in like the late 80s, early 90s here? You could, be in the back bed of a truck and, still kind of drive around the road a little bit. I don't know how legal it was or not. Well, like, like when times were cool, like I was saying how like, okay, we're in our 40s, we're like 40, 41. I was saying, hey Sarah, do you remember when like you were like 5, 6, 7, 8 years old and you had like a cool aunt? And I said, well, like, you're totally not the cool aunt, and like, it's just all of this stuff. Did we really have to do all this stuff? Here I am back at this Burger King, 9 years later, and there's that guy who went through a lot, who's been through a lot, and I had no idea. And like, we're making this big ordeal. I get that there's like this spiritual stuff that's kind of going on, and sure, okay, great, let's handle it. Can we be professional? Can we be like, can we understand how to handle this thing? It's all been whacked out, and this horrible. This is like, I can't even come to like the conclusion of how horrible like this has been. And it's just been like, oh my God, we're horrible. So this is like our time to be like horrible. Oh my God, we're like famous for being like horrible. And it's just like,